everybody, what's going on? Just got done reading Spawn 300. Thought I'd throw up a little review about it. Now, to be honest, I have not read Spawn in a very long time. I ended up getting this particular issue because it's, number 300. This character's been out since 1992, done by Todd McFarlane. Believe with issue 301 it has become the longest creator owned comic, and I mean, awesome for Todd McFarlane. Always dug his artwork, loved his Amazing Spider-Man run, loved his design of Venom. Spawn's just one of those characters that, he's dark, he's just the epitome of anti-hero. We've gotten a movie, the Michael J. White movie, and I honestly like that movie. I think that it was kind of way before its time. I think with the technology that we have today, it probably could have been a better movie. Still waiting. Apparently Todd McFarlane's supposed to be making a new movie, kind of like the cartoon that came out many years ago. I think it was an HBO cartoon. Really awesome if you get a chance to look it up. But this comic is kind of different. Kind of not what I was expecting. It's basically it's an issue, but it has 4 chapters in it, each done by different people. Some of the stories connect, but a lot of them are just kind of feel like just one-off stories. It opens up with really strange. It opens up with a family reunion. I don't remember the family's name, but they're reunion every year. They're having a barbecue, drinking, stuff like that. The niece, who I don't remember her name right now, is sitting out with her boyfriend, talking about how, she hates this town, she hates being here. And her boyfriend's like, well, we should leave. We should just get away. We can hang out at this buddy's house. He said we could stay there. She's like, we're not going to Texas until we have more money. Well, while they're talking, her uncle's like, hey, you two, come over here, quit being so antisocial. So they go over there, and one of the girl's little cousins comes up, and she goes, not right now, I'll play with you later. And the uncle is just giving the boyfriend a hard time. He's tattooed, he's pierced, so the uncle's just kind of, making fun of him. So he gets mad and he starts to leave, and the girlfriend follows him, and they get in his car, and she's like, you know what? If they just want to talk about us, let's really give them something to talk about, and they leave. Oh, shoot to a couple hours later, and some of the family's still hanging out. They're playing cards, and one of them had gone up to take a bath. So the uncle is like, how long are you gonna stay in there? Like yelling upstairs for him. And it cuts to a scene of this person in a bathtub. The bathtub's bloody, and they're like kind of like this in the water. So they're dead. They're dead. Then it cuts to the grandparents' room, and the grandmother rolls over. She's like, hey, sweetheart, did you need something? And you just hear screams, and you see knife slashes. They're dead. Well, the uncle finally gets up, goes upstairs, and the little cousin that you see earlier is standing in the hallway, and he's like, it's way past your bedtime, what are you doing up? Goes in the bathroom, sees that the person that was taking a bath is dead. Then he turns around, he's like, what are you doing? And he slips on the rubber ducky and impales his head on the back of one of the shower hooks. And you see a knife come out, you see some slashes, and the letters BBQ, barbecue, are just cut into him. So at first I'm thinking two people. It's either the little cousin or the cousin that left with her boyfriend came back and they got revenge. Well, turns out you see the cousin and her boyfriend pull up in the car and they just got married. Just out of nowhere, just got married. And they go into the house and they see all these bodies everywhere, and her little cousin's standing there with a knife, and she's like, "What have you done?" She goes, and the little cousin's like, "I hate them," or she says, "I hate them too, and I also hate you," and it cuts from there. And that's kind of like the first little opening scene. Then you have one with Spawn going after heaven and hell are coming after him, and they've got agents on both sides. He's got to take out this plant because he thinks maybe one of the bigger guys will come after him. Well, he gets to this plant and there's people building a railroad outside of it. There's some toxin that these people are releasing that are making everybody violent, which kind of ties into what we see in the first part of the book. So he goes into the warehouse and he's alone, except for, I guess, one of the big guys. Turns out this guy is the Violator. Now, if you don't know who the Violator is, you probably really know him. He's a clown. He's like a really short, really fat clown that has like blue in front of his face. Well, he's back, but he's like it's like a different body, a taller guy, very stocky, but Violator nonetheless. So the Violator and this, I don't think it's Redeemer, but I don't off the top of my head remember what he is. He looks like an archangel. But anyway, they kind of band together and beat Spawn down, and Violator strips the symbiote, which is basically what Spawn's suit is. It's a symbiote, and it's like his skin too. So they basically flay him, and they take the suit out, and they're talking about how they're gonna split it, and the one guy's like, "I don't want Violator. You can have the suit. I don't care about the suit. I just wanted to take care of the Hellspawn." Well, you find out that Spawn was just waiting for them to do that. He explodes, and when he explodes like a 2-mile radius around him. Kills everything that's human. The only thing affected are the ones that aren't. So it's these two characters. Then he comes out, and one of the coolest things I think I've seen Spawn ever do, he basically says, "You think it's the suit that makes me Spawn?" And he's picking up random things, like he needs his face, so he gets some ash off the ground and rubs it in front of his face. Then he needs his chains, and you see him grabbing all this barbed wire and wrapping barbed wire around his arms. Then he needs his cape, and I guess there's a red tarp or something on the ground. He puts that on. He needs his belt, and he grabs this human skull and breaks it, the back part of it off, so he has the skull front. Then, last but not least, he needs his spiked gloves, and he takes these railroad spikes, and he's just putting these spikes through his arms. And he's like, "It's not the suit that makes me Spawn. I am Spawn." I thought that it was a really cool scene to see him walking with this barbed wire and these railroad spikes through his arms. I thought it was really awesome. But I'm going to stop it there. I don't want to give too much away. This book, granted, it was kind of all over the place, but it was really, really good. Like, every story is really good. To me, it was a big deal. I know they said 301 was the bigger deal because that's what was going to break the record. But I mean, issue 300 of a Spawn comic, that's amazing to me. And it came out a couple months ago, and there were so many awesome covers for it. But me personally, I ended up getting this one. I really like all the different images of Spawn. It kind of looks like a not Spider-Verse, but you know, kind of along those lines, where it's just like different spawns from different universes and stuff, or different timelines. I'm thinking maybe it's just different timelines. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. Spawn 300, check it out. Check out the cartoon. I think there should be more Spawn merchandise everywhere. I love this character. I've loved him since I was a kid. Yes, I fell off reading the comics. It's been a long time. But the character's always been intriguing and awesome to me. But anyway, that's going to do it for me, Tots. Take care. We'll see you next time. Later.